Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to episode number 10 of Crypto Empire Morning Domination. I am your host, Connor from Crypto Empire, and this is where we dominate the crypto market. I want to welcome everybody to the live stream today. We do have a lot to cover because we do have some volatile price action on Bitcoin, on stocks, and of course on altcoins as well, because there is a trickle-down effect. So we'll be spending a lot of time on the charts today, analyzing where the next big short is for Bitcoin to catch this big next leg down and of course make a ton of profit doing so. Now with that being said, it is time to hop into our crypto market overview. Before I do that, I want to welcome everybody to the stream. We currently have 6 viewers, only 1 like so far, so go ahead and smash up that like button if you're just joining right now. We do have Dre with us this morning saying welcome to Crypto Empire. Big shout out to Dre. With that being said, let's hop into the crypto market overview. So taking a look at CoinGecko, we can go ahead and see that Bitcoin is currently trading for $20,694. Ethereum trading for $1,110. Other than that, everything else is just copying or pretty much following along Bitcoin. Not too much going on with the top 10. Taking a look at today's top gainers, we do have Uniswap at 9.3%, back over $5 now. So maybe Uniswap coming back from the dead, up 9.3% on the day. We have Titan Swap up 9.1%, and other than that, Leo up 6%, Synthetics up 4%. Not a lot of big gainers today, really going sideways. Taking a look at the losers, we have Celsius Network down 15% on the day. We have Aave, the DeFi lending protocol, down 12.5%. ApeCoin down 10%. ApeCoin, I mean, listen, this thing just popped up out of nowhere. Money printed out of thin air. I would not be surprised to see this go way lower than it is right now. We also have Thorchain Rune trading at $1.84, down 8% on the day. A lot of coins down around 5 to 8% today. Not a lot of big losers, not a lot of big winners. Really, we have been going sideways for the past 24 hours. We have Mike B with us today. Shout out to Mike B 1800 saying good morning. Good morning to you, Mike B. We got NGK Gaming saying hi, Connor. Love from India. Big shout out to you, NGK Gaming Tamil. Shout out to everybody over in India watching the stream right now. Thank you for being here, choosing Crypto Empire for your go-to source of relevant crypto information. Mike B saying it's afternoon. Absolutely, Mike B. I mean, morning, afternoon, evening, no matter what time it is, it's time to dominate the crypto market with Crypto Empire. We got Florent 1980 saying let's dominate. That's the only way I know how to do things, Florent. You're in the right place if you are looking to dominate. It is time now to hop into the price charts and go over our Bitcoin technical analysis. We're on the 4-hour chart right now and taking a look at Bitcoin. We did break down yesterday after going ahead and tapping $21,700. We had a nice pullback of 8%. And now it looks like we are about to smash resistance and go back and test these highs. Okay, so a lot of people were expecting a breakdown on the market. I was expecting a breakdown. I was in a few short positions looking to get into one in Solana, and I was in Litecoin, but I jumped out because at a very, very small profit, because I did think we were going to start pushing back up, and that is exactly what we are doing right now. All right, so Bitcoin, obviously we have this big level up here at 21K, really 21,000 up to 21,400. Now, the title of today's live stream is the next big Bitcoin short. Where are we looking for that? Well, of course, we can discuss the local price action on the 1-hour chart, but I don't want to waste anybody's time. I will get right to the chase here and let you know where I'm looking for the next Bitcoin shorting opportunity to ride it down for a lower low, meaning we would go ahead and break this low down here at $17,567 if my prediction does come true. So where I'm looking for the next big Bitcoin short is very simple. Taking a look at this chart, we can see that there is a lot of supply up here above $22,000. Really from $22,500 up to about $23K. As you can see, I do have a red outline supply zone. I'll make it crystal clear for all of our audience members today watching. This is your supply zone. By the way, guys, let me go ahead and fix the sound for the stream so that everybody can clearly hear me, especially watching the replay as well. Give me 1 second. All right, we are back in action. Getting right back to where we left off, picking up what we're putting down. So yes, we do have our supply zone up here at 22,500 up to 23K. Now clearly we're going to have to go ahead and make a higher high before we hit that level. Our most local high is going to be right here at 22,700 that we printed yesterday. All right, so what we're looking for now is really a push to break this resistance. We could easily get rejected here. All right, I would not be surprised to get rejected here. But if we don't, if we actually do end up pushing up higher to our next levels of resistance, our next levels of supply, this is where we do want to go ahead and look for shorts. I gave a bit of a range here from 22,500 up to 23K. So to make it very simple for everybody who needs concrete, clear instructions, this is not financial advice, by the way, but I would say 22,800 is your big level. That's your big level to short on Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and fix these coordinates. All right, there's no guarantee we even get there, but looking at what we're doing right now, if we do end up pushing up higher, we're at resistance currently at 20,750. We can break that. We're going to go ahead. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. If we can break this, we will go ahead and we will attack these highs right here at 22,450, 22,500, this supply zone again. We could pull back again, but we want to break these highs and we want to go up and test 22,800. That is our big shorting level, okay? I do think that could be the top, the local top, before we do go ahead and start our next descent lower. Because ultimately, like I have been discussing over the past few weeks now, I do think that this is not the bottom down here at 17,550, 567. I do think we will head down towards at least 16K, and then we do have a big level from around $9,000 to $12,000 on Bitcoin. All right, especially with the Fed continuing to raise interest rates, that will have a big effect on the markets, and Bitcoin trades pretty much in tandem with the NASDAQ, like a tech stock. All right, so the markets, if the S&P gets crushed, if the NASDAQ gets crushed, if the Dow gets crushed, Bitcoin will also get crushed again. And I do think stocks have lower to go as well. So this is what we're looking at right now. All right, we're looking for a push up higher past these resistance levels. And for our high probability shorting setup, I am looking to short Bitcoin right here, $22,800. Big resistance up here. Let's go ahead and check up with the live chat. We do have Luthi Rachel saying good morning. Good morning, Rachel. How are you doing? It's good to see you today in the live chat. Everybody who's watching right now, go ahead and smash up that like button. We have 18 viewers and only 12 likes. Let's get that to a nice even ratio for the YouTube algorithm. And also, if this is your first time at Crypto Empire, go ahead right now and smash up that subscribe button down below. And of course, turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. So that's Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other important metrics, mainly the Bitcoin dominance chart. So if we look at Bitcoin dominance, we can see that Bitcoin dominance came all the way back down to this support level at 44%. Really dropped as low as 43.67% on this wick down lower. And it's not exact, but what does this look like to you just here? This looks like a perfect retest. Well, not perfect because it didn't actually touch it, but this looks like a nice retest of this descending previous resistance trend line, now retested as support. All right, it was retested over here at the initial breakout in mid-April, but now we went all the way up to 48.5% and crashed down on Bitcoin dominance right back to this trend line level, right back down to support. All right, so Bitcoin continuing to lose dominance. And what is it losing dominance to? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the stablecoin index. Stablecoins got up to 16.75% in terms of the overall market cap dominance. That's just USDT and USDC. Don't forget about BUSD, DAI, a bunch of other stable coins out there. Right, so it was actually even higher, but these are the two main stable coins, and their dominance of the cryptocurrency market cap did get up to 16.74%. So a lot of money continuing to be sold off from Bitcoin, from Ethereum, from altcoins into stable coins, and that is what these charts are representing. Ultimately, I do believe that Bitcoin dominance will rise and get up to around the 50% level. I do think it will go higher than the 50% level on Bitcoin dominance, around 52.5 to 53%, where my yellow dotted line is up here. But it's going to take a while to get there, weeks to months to actually go ahead and play out. This bottom will take weeks to months to play out. We might bottom out in August, September, right? That's still months away. That's still 2-3 months out. And then we're going to see if the Fed does go ahead and pivot their stance on interest rates on the economy. If the Fed goes ahead and pivots and turns dovish, it is risk on, and we will be getting very aggressive with altcoins, looking for those nice, juicy, gigantic gains that we are known to capture here at Crypto Empire. If you don't know what I'm referring to, go watch my old videos from the previous bull market in 2021 when we dominated the market. We caught multiple 10x's, 20x's, 30x's, 50x's, etc. right here on the channel, and we do plan on doing that once again when the market does flip bullish. But for now, it is risk off, and the only thing to really be doing right now is dollar cost averaging, which I do discuss pretty much every single day here in the live stream. You should know what dollar cost averaging is. And the other thing to be doing right now is actively trading for active income. That is also what we do here at Crypto Empire, and we are crushing it. And we will continue to go ahead and crush it and move those gains from our trades either into altcoin bags, into more spot Bitcoin, or we will cash it out and upgrade our lifestyle. That's the way we do things here at Crypto Empire. We have an exact strategy in place at all moments in time. Everything we do is with intent, because we are professionals. We are not amateurs. This is simply not amateur hour. This is where we dominate the crypto market. If you do like that, if you agree with what I'm saying right now, be sure to smash up the like button on the live stream. And if you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. So that's your Bitcoin dominance and your stablecoin dominance outlook. Now taking a look at the dollar index, the Dixie, the DXY, we can see that it is currently at the 104 level. All right, it did print a higher high here, but it did get rejected. Now in consolidation right here at this major multi-year resistance level. So I do think ultimately as the Fed continues to raise rates, tighten the economy, the dollar will continue to grow in strength. So I do expect the dollar to go ahead and continue up on its path higher. If it doesn't, it could go and test this trend line, right? If we do go back and test this trend line, we're going to see what does happen. There's multiple scenarios that could actually play out. It can go back into the channel and continue to use this channel as support, and maybe even just continue to trade in the channel. But ultimately, channels, trend lines, support, resistance, supply and demand, they are all made to be broken, okay? They are not concrete levels. As traders, we look for the breaks. We look for the tests, and that's how we make our money. So with the dollar index right now, what I'm saying is we could easily fall back into the channel and continue the descent up higher, or because we already broke out, retested. What I'm looking for, what I think the higher probability of playing out is a push up higher here from these current levels with the dollar. A lot does depend on what the Fed wants to do next month, what inflation numbers come back on. All of this has a big impact on the financial markets at large. So we need to be nimble and ready to move when these announcements are made. But of course, we have our plan set in place, ready to go ahead and make our moves. Now also, let's take a look at the total, which is the total market cap. Okay, now taking a look at the total, if I go ahead and extend some of my lines here to the right, get some more data to the right on the chart. Because your trend lines, your support resistance lines do work over very long periods of time. You can go ahead and draw trend lines on Bitcoin all the way back in 2013 and see how they come into play today in 2022. So trend lines, very, very awesome tools to use for your charting. As you can see, this one trend line has been being used as support, got tested as support over here in the 12th of May sell-off. And most recently, it's controlling price down here. Okay, so this is our total market cap. It did go all the way down to $767 billion. Currently just under 900 billion. All right, this is low, being that we did get up to around $3 trillion in market cap. So from high to low, this did go ahead and drop down 75%. All right, 75% of the money in crypto has been taken out of the market. That is trillions of dollars evaporated out of thin air. Where did it all go? Well, I mean, listen, venture capitalists, VCs were pumping this market. Good example of that is something like Solana, really just pumped up by VCs, good marketing. And, now they all took their money out and everything crashed, all right? So we are down to $893 billion at the current moment in time. Do look out for a back test of this wick from the 12th of May at around 1.08 trillion. We could go ahead and back test that. But like I said, I'm expecting Bitcoin to make a lower leg down, right, to the 16K, possibly even the $9,000 to $12,000 price levels. So if we do that, that means more money will be taken out of the market, which means we will make lower lows here. But nothing goes down in a straight line. All right, so we could have a relatively short-term pump, and that would make sense with my TA on Bitcoin, being that I'm looking for the big short around $22,800 in this outline supply level. This one just here, right, 22,800. Where we had the supply level outlined. So Bitcoin does actually pump its way there. Altcoins will also pump up, resulting in a higher overall total market cap. So do look out for a back test on the total before our next leg lower. That is your total. And now the VIX. Let's talk about the VIX very quickly. So a lot of people are wondering, what's the best way to predict the bottom? Well, the VIX is the volatility index of indices, okay? Now let's go to a monthly chart. Really want to zoom out and illustrate this point. This is an amazing bottoming signal, the VIX. If you know how to read this, it's very simple. Everybody should already understand correlations, inverse correlations, direct correlations. I go over this all the time right here on the channel. I also talk about it in depth in my trading course. So go ahead and get the trading course if you really want to level up your crypto gains, as I say right here. But anyway, talking about the VIX, it's an inverse correlation between when the VIX goes up, stocks go down, crypto goes down. And we can see that when the VIX spikes up to around 48, around 50, right, we have multiple examples. Most recently over here in, as you can see, 2020, March, April, May, we were up here. We went as high as around 80, 84. But when we cross this yellow line, when we get above 48 to 50, we'll go ahead and look at the Bitcoin price chart and see how it aligns perfectly with major drops in price on Bitcoin. All right, this is 2010. We can't go back that far. So we'll start over here, and of course the infamous March 2020 crash. As you can see, the VIX went ahead and pumped up to 84. That is extreme levels. And when the VIX went ahead and did that, we can take a look at Bitcoin at that time, March 2020. As you can see, that is when we had that epic crash of epic proportions. That was your generational buying opportunity. All right, so when the VIX spiked then, crypto crashed. Going back to the VIX to take another look at the correlation, we had another tap of 48 up here at, let's get this exact, February 2018. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin price chart and see where February 2018 did align. Well, lo and behold, let me make sure I got that right. Yes, Feb 2018. So let's find February 2018 just here. Okay, and that was the start of the bear market, okay? So not perfect, but as you can see, February 2018, we did actually go ahead and start making lower legs down on Bitcoin, okay? And also, we have one over here in 2015. By the way, the VIX spiked to 36. That's still higher than average at the bear market lows, but at that time it wasn't the perfect indicator. Also, the VIX over here in August 2015 spiked up to 52. So let's go back to Bitcoin and take a look at August 2015. And you can see over here, that was pretty much the bottom of the 2015 bear market just here in August, okay? So what I'm trying to show you right here is how the VIX is a pretty good indication of when the bottom will be in for crypto. When the VIX spikes up to around 48 to 50 to maybe even 80 like we saw in March 2020, that is max fear. That is maximum opportunity. If you look recently, the highest the VIX has gone has been, 38. All right, so we haven't even touched 48.50. When the VIX goes back up here to 48.50 plus, that's a good indication that the bottom is actually in for Bitcoin, for crypto, for stocks, etc., etc. Because right now they are still all correlated. Until we do have a decoupling, this will cease to exist. But for the time being, this inverse correlation is a relatively accurate prediction of when we will officially bottom out for Bitcoin. All right, and we have not hit these high levels yet on the VIX. So something to keep an eye on as well. Just another indicator, another inverse correlation, similar to the dollar. When the dollar goes up, Bitcoin goes down. When the VIX goes up, Bitcoin goes down. Another relevant piece of information to add to your trading arsenal, to add to your repertoire as a professional. All right, you need to have many tools in your tool belt, and this is just another one to go ahead and add. With that being said, let's take a look at the live chat and see what's going on. We got Rigoberto saying, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rigoberto. Thank you for being here in the live stream. We got Mike B saying that he recommends the Discord to everyone. Big shout out to Mike B, Discord member right here. Actually just joined recently, and he's been crushing it as well with his trading, picking up on what we're putting down inside of the Discord group. Big shout out to Mike B. If you want to find out more information about the Discord, simply go to cryptoempireco.io, hit join Discord at the top, and you'll go ahead and find all the relevant information you need to go ahead and join the Discord group. We got Ghost Shot LDN saying loving the mentality. Shout out to you, Ghost Shot. Thank you for being here, and good that we are on the same page mentally. We got Heyo saying good morning. Good morning, Heyo. Schwim, what's up, Schwim? Saying thanks, Connor, for educating us. No problem, Schwim. I'm happy to do it. This is where we dominate the crypto market. And listen, we can't have any weak links. Everybody needs to be up to par. So I feel like it's my duty to go ahead and spread the knowledge to make sure everybody knows exactly what is going on here in the cryptocurrency markets. All right, so big shout out to you, Schwim. Good to see you here in the live chat. We got Reserve Rights Ranger. Can RSR hit $1 soon? Mainnet launching. Watching from Amsterdam. I do think RSR could potentially hit $1 in the future. When you say soon, I don't think it can happen soon, being that we're in the midst of a bear market. We need a bull market if we're to see RSR pump up and break its all-time highs at 11.7 cents. Right, this happened April 2021, April 16th, just over 1 year ago, a year and 2 months ago. I remember this day. I made an RSR video pretty much the day before calling the pump up to 11.7 cents and actually traded it successfully at that time. But it's now a year and 2 months later, and we're down 92.5% from that high. Now, can RSR make new all-time highs? Yes, absolutely. But it needs a bull market. In this bear market, it is simply the time to accumulate the coins you like. If RSR is a coin you really like, I would say to accumulate a dollar cost average over time, or wait for the max capitulation event to take place. And then you want to go in heavy and then ride up the gains, cash out, and then go smoke cigars on the beach in the Bahamas like the king that you are. All right, but that's RSR. Muhammad Mala saying, what's up, my bread? What up, Muhammad? Shout out to you. Good to see you here in the live chat. We got El Tor with his Lunable profile picture saying good morning. Shout out to El Tor. Let's check up on Lunables actually real quick on Twitter. Actually called the Bull Club nowadays. Looks like we got Sailor saying that Bitcoin is going to outlast all of us. Big shout out to Michael Saylor, the best Bitcoin salesman in the world. So Bull Club, any new updates in regards to this? So we know that Luna Bulls is now the Bull Club. They're going to Solana, and the baby bulls are going to Polygon Matic, all right? In terms of updates, not a lot of updates with the Bull Club. We got to stay tuned for that. Anyway, your profile picture, El Tor, reminded me of the Luna Bulls. So big shout out to you. Shout out to the Iced Out Bulls. Still holding my Iced Out. We'll see what comes of that. We got 1990 Cornetto saying good morning. Shout out to you, 1990 Cornetto. Good to see you here in the live chat. And we got Trucker Steve with us here in the building. Big shout out to Trucker Steve saying Crypto Trucker / Empire Nation rocks. Love all the info while 18 wheels rolling and keeping America moving. 10-4, 10-4. Affirmative, Trucker Steve, Crypto Steve. Big shout out to you, making America run with your work that you do. Shout out to all the truckers out there, all the tradies, all the craftsmen, everybody who makes this country function and run properly. Big shout out to you for doing the work that you do. I don't know what we would do without you. And it seems that the majority of the population here in America thinks that they can actually do without you guys. But I am here to say that, everybody doing all the manual labor jobs out there, we would be screwed without you. So big shout out to you, whether you're driving a truck, working in construction, whatever you're doing a big part of what we need here in the country. And we do need more of it because most tradies are at retirement age. Young people nowadays think they can go to school and get a degree and be successful. But the job market is just done for, right? I'm expecting a huge layoffs, more layoffs to come in the job market. And really, if you get a trade, you'll be set no matter what. So skill up is what I'm trying to say. Big shout out to Trucker Steve. Mike B saying bull clubs. Last they said in their Discord was that it was going to take 3 to 4 weeks just to build up the relevant code for Solana. So I don't expect to hear anything for a while. It could be sooner. Interesting news about bull club. We got Dino M asking about Celsius. So Celsius right now is whipping traders back and forth. Looking at this monthly chart, what a mess of a monthly candle. Taking a look at the 4-hour on Celsius. So it looks like we had a nice little double top play out possibly. Looks to be at about the golden pocket. 50% actually. Okay, so Celsius right now, I mean, this thing is not something I'm interested in touching or trading currently. Too manipulated, too much going on with their, crunch of debt that they're in, where I don't want to touch it. I don't know who's on the other side of this, but it looks like it's holding support just here at $1, and if it loses $1, I would not be surprised to see it come back to 50 cents. Personally, not interested in touching Celsius. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the trades that I have been going about in the Discord group. So just taking a look at the member success here in the Discord. These are all from today, by the way. All right, we got our friend Guy Crypto 3 saying that I didn't call anything on SHIB, but he went ahead and shorted SHIB. He's saying, not a result from any calls in here, and I probably don't recommend trading SHIB, but thanks to Connor for info on risk management, I am able to put into my own plays. That's what I do. That's my main job. Not to just give you the fish, but to teach you how to fish so that you can have this skill for life, right? I don't want anybody to be just solely reliant and dependent on me. What happens if I drop dead tomorrow? What are you going to do as a trader? You need to learn these skills for yourself. All right, you need to really be competent in what's going on. You can't rely on anybody but yourself. Big shout out to Guy Crypto 3 putting all the lessons that I teach into practice and profiting 72%. We also got Pioneer taking the Solana short up 142%. We got Mike B crushing it with his AVAX short and with Solana as well. These are all from today, by the way. And IDEC crushed it with the Chainlink call from a few days ago, up 432%. All right, so this is all this week. We are crushing it inside of the Discord. If you're interested in joining, I recommend that you do. You won't regret it. Go to my website, cryptoempireco.io, hit join Discord at the top, and get yourself in there. I'm not sure what you're waiting for. Anyway, most recently, we look at trade updates. We were talking about Solana up here at around 37, right? And taking a look at the chart, we went over this, by the way, in yesterday's live stream. Everybody who watches the live stream should have, if you were interested in the short, this was all given to you on a silver platter yesterday on yesterday's episode of Crypto Empire Morning Domination. That was episode number 9. Of course, today is episode number 10. But taking a look, we were all analyzing these trend lines on all the altcoins, and Solana had bearish divergence as well. As you can see, it went ahead and broke down, and came to 34.50, which would have been your scalp target. Now bounced back up towards entry, but nonetheless, we had members profit from this. Also, AVAX. I didn't call AVAX in my Discord, but I went over it yesterday in the live stream. Again, we were just looking for these trendline breaks. Again, AVAX went ahead and broke down. And a nice solid move there that we went ahead and saw members profiting from again. Nice 10%, 11% move. You take that as a trader all day long. Also, we had Litecoin. Now, Litecoin was what I was looking for breaking down, but I actually jumped out this morning, as you can see right here. Right, Litecoin was looking for a little tower top M pattern, broke its trend line, went ahead and back tested it around $52, $52.50. Right, so we took our entry above 52, stop at 53.12, and you can see on Litecoin over here, the real entry would have been up here at the 88.6 on the exact double top. Or actually, this is 78.6 just here on LTC. But as you can see, it did print the M, went ahead and broke down through the trend line. Now, I mean, I didn't get in up here, but if you would have caught this 78.6, you're looking at 9%, which is still pretty good. We do look for more, especially if we're on the 1 hour chart. I'm looking for at least 10 to 12% gains on a trade, whether it's a day trade or a swing trade. The higher the time frame, the bigger a percent move you look for. Just kind of a standard rule. But anyway, Litecoin went ahead and broke this trend line, came down to this demand zone over here at $50, $50.50. Now pumping back up, right after going ahead and testing 53.37. I jumped out of the trade at break even earlier this morning. And because I was expecting another move up higher, I didn't like my entry. I would have been more comfortable if I was short from up here, okay, at around 53, 54. But I was short at 52.20, all right, and I didn't like that entry, so I just jumped out for a very slight profit. Really nothing to write home about. But yeah, those are the active trades that we have been taking in the Discord, and of course, Chainlink. Let's not forget about Link. So for Link, we had the long, I still have this on my chart, but we had our long from, I believe it was Sunday or Monday, from down here at around 680, and it went up to our scalp target at 745, came all the way back down, retraced, all right? So that was a successful win. That's where you see IDEC making, 100 or 400%, right? All these calls are right inside of the Discord. I'm very active in there. But altcoins, tons of opportunities to make active income. I win 6.5 to 7 times out of 10. Right, that's my win-loss ratio as a trader. To be successful, you really only need to be right around 4 to 5 times out of 10, if you know how to manage your risk. With a 6.5 to 7% win ratio, it's really hard to lose money unless you are a gambler and you don't know how to manage your risk. It's really that simple. But anyway, everything right now is sitting in where if we go to the higher time frame, we can see that we're starting to basically trade in a sideways crabby market over here for the past around 12 to 16 hours. All right, and we can see all these charts are sitting at major levels of support resistance flips, supply demand zones, right? If you look at Link over here at 680, I mean, this is a major level. Everything as well. If we go back to Solana, it's the same song and dance. Solana as well over here at around 35. If we look to, we can't really go to the left too much. But anyway, it's been kind of chopping around for the past 12 hours or so on Sol. All right, everything going kind of sideways right now, waiting for direction, waiting for Bitcoin to pick its direction as well. All right, so that's a lot of altcoins right now. We do have a lot more to discuss, so we will keep it moving in the live stream. And Bitcoin right now still struggling to get above this resistance at 20,800, 20,850. If it can get through that, it is headed right up here to the local high at 21,700. It needs to break through that, and then we will get our shot at our big short at 22,800, really 22,500 to $23,000. That is our major supply level where we are looking to short heavy. Go ahead and catch up with the live chat. Dino saying Celsius platform ? So Celsius, the platform, is not where you want to have any money, obviously, because you can't even get it out. But, I mean, I warned everybody in advance that they were going to stop withdrawals and gave everybody around a 4-day notice to get their money out. So if you still have money in there, I hope that they do open up withdrawals again, but who knows? They're in a bad place. They're in a lot of debt, and they're taking out loans, billions of dollars. It's just a sloppy situation. You hate to see it. Mike B, 1800, saying my AVAX trade wasn't from your call. No, it was not. But totally from your knowledge and learning from you. So thank you. No problem, Mike B. Happy to share the knowledge, my man. You went ahead and took that trendline break and you crushed it, right? Big shout out to you. And like I said, I did discuss it in the live stream yesterday, but no, that was not a call from the Discord group. And Mike B said, also was able to take 30% profit on Litecoin after learning how to read Bitcoin bounces against resistance, etc. Didn't know this stuff 2 weeks ago. Right, new member right here, Mike B, picking up things very quickly and making money. Right, that's what we're all about in the Discord. We're all about making gains and trading successfully like professionals. And Mike B picking up very quickly. So big shout out to you, Mike B, 1800, for applying yourself. And it really goes to show you, if you apply yourself, it's not that hard. But most people don't like to expend energy and don't like to apply themselves, and that's why they don't see the success that they desire for themselves. If you want success, you got to work for it. Everything is work. Everything. Whether you're going to the gym, whether you're trading, whether you're building up your network, building relationships, everything is work. Everything will take mental energy. So you better have that switch flipped on. You better be a switched on person and get ready to work, or else you're simply not going to get what you're looking for. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. We got Trucker Steve saying, Trucker says, this is the best crypto info available, hands down. I've listened to a lot of channels over the last year and a half. Connor, your straight up, no bull take is the best. I'm glad that you do think so, Trucker Steve. Big shout out to you for your support. And, I'm just up here speaking the truth, speaking my truth, and doing what I enjoy. And I'm glad that you do like this information. And, that's just how we roll. So, big shout out to Trucker Steve. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on with the live stream and get into our Twitter wisdom. So, a lot of talks about privacy here in this channel. I am a proponent of privacy. I am a fan of privacy coins. I do think that they are necessary with CBDCs soon to be introduced. You will either have no privacy or have unlimited privacy with privacy coins. So here we got Zuku. Tweeting from 2017, 5 years ago, over 5 years ago, he tweeted talking about the Silk Road, etc., etc. And I made videos about privacy coins on my channel, talking about the top 5 privacy coins. And if you look at the comment section of that video, the most frequent comment that I got was, what about Zcash? Thoughts on Zcash? Bro, you didn't include Zcash? You don't know what you're talking about. A bunch of Zcash fanboys ganging up in the comment section. But let's really examine Zcash, and is it really truly private like Monero, like Pirate Chain? Short answer, no, it is not, which is why I didn't include Zcash in any of my privacy coin videos. So Zuku saying, by the way, I think we can successfully make Zcash too traceable for criminals like WannaCry, but still completely private and fungible. Right, these two, this is a complete contradiction, this statement. You can make Zcash too traceable, but still make it completely private and fungible. Doesn't make any sense, right? It's just backwards. Obviously, this is from 2017, but Zcash, yeah, they did some stuff to it. At its core, it's still the same. If you're into privacy coins, why would you not just go with Monero that you know is private, right? Why do you want to support something that is half private, half not private? Zcash, not the biggest fan of, okay? Not a big fan of Zcash in terms of your privacy. Still at market cap rank number 57 with the $835 million market cap, trading at $66.52. All-time high is $3,200, down 98%. That was 5 years ago in 2016. Okay, this thing hasn't even made a new all-time high in 2017 or 2021. I don't know why you would buy this piece of garbage if you're into privacy. It doesn't make any sense to me that there's still fanboys of Zcash. Makes zero sense. There are so much better options out there on the market, like Monero, like Pirate Chain, that it just makes zero sense to support a project like Zcash. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about Zcash in terms of privacy. It's not what you want. It's not all it's cracked up to be. And we're going to have some arguments, I'm sure, in the comment section later on from the Zcash fanboys. But guess what? objectively, you're wrong, and I don't care what you have to say. Monero is way better than Zcash, and I will stand to that statement until my dying breath. All right, so that's my thoughts on Zcash. Before I get a comment, thoughts on Zcash, question mark. Those are my thoughts right there. All right, moving on with our Twitter segment of the stream. So this morning, Voyager went ahead and did a deal with the devil. All right, Voyager announced a definitive agreement with Alameda Ventures for a $200 million cash/USDC revolver and a $15,000 Bitcoin revolver. All right, so recently BlockFi did a deal with Alameda Research. Now Voyager. These are all Celsius's direct competition, all crypto lending platforms, and they're all in hot water, all underwater, going pretty much insolvent. So they're going to, now they're doing, $200 million deals with Alameda Research, all right, doing deals literally with the opposing force. So Bitcoin is made a tweet saying that this is the easiest prediction he'll ever make. So fiat brain bozos try fractional reserve banking with Bitcoin and get wrecked. SBF, that is Sam, fancies himself to be a savvy. JPM bails out the bozos. This is where we're at currently, right? Pretty much he's saying that, fractional reserve banking with Bitcoin, Celsius, BlockFi, Voyager, what they do is they take your Bitcoin that they deposit and they lend it out. Pretty much the same thing as fractional reserve banking, but it doesn't work as well, being that they can't just print more Bitcoin. There's only 21 million. All right, so he's pretty much saying that all these loans that Alameda Research is giving out are going to backfire, and Sam and Alameda Research are going to need a bailout because they're giving money to these insolvent companies. So this is interesting here, and we can take a look. Voyager Digital provides a market update talking about their deal with Alameda. So Alameda is to provide funding subject to certain conditions, which include no more than $75 million may be drawn down over any rolling 30-day period, etc., etc., etc. Voyager Digital slumps after disclosing 3 Arrows Capital exposure. All right, so Voyager did have money invested with 3 Arrows Capital, and obviously 3 Arrows Capital went ahead and went insolvent. So we can see Voyager's exposure to 3 Arrows Capital consists of 15,250 Bitcoins, currently worth $370 million and 350 million USDC. All right, so the company has agreed to a loan from Alameda to secure its assets, initially asked for repayment of 25 million USDC by June 24th, and then requested repayment of the entire amount by June 27th. All right, so Voyager lent out money to 3 Arrows Capital. 3 Arrows Capital lost all the money. Now Voyager needs to take out a loan from Alameda Research of $200 million. Just more debt on top of debt on top of debt on top of debt. This is the problem with fiat currency. It allows you to do these wacky conundrums where you can just take out more debt and more debt and more debt. Eventually it will come to an end. The music will stop. And like Bitcoin is saying, somebody who's giving out these loans is going to need a bailout eventually. A very sloppy situation, okay? Very, very sloppy. And here we have an opinion from CoinDesk asking, is Sam Bankman-Fried a modern-day robber baron? The dude donated $1 billion to the 2020 presidential election campaign for the current president. He's given out $250 million loans left and right to all these companies going insolvent. Who is this guy, right? Is he a modern-day robber baron? I mean, pretty much, right? So we can see last week Bankman-Fried's trading outfit, Alameda Research, bailed out crypto broker Voyager Digital. Over the years, he's acquired firms like Liquid that would have gone under following hacks and has contributed to bailout funds for attacked protocols and projects. Of course, these lifelines aren't simply altruistic, but also a way for FTX to expand. So if some entity is going under, you can bet your bottom dollar that Sam is going to go ahead and scoop it up for the cheap. Basically, Alameda Research is the crypto version of BlackRock. All right, that's all you need to know about this. Definitely something to watch out for. These guys are literally the BlackRock of crypto. All right, so yeah, Solana, a lot of hyped up marketing, not really all it's caught up to be, and just a lot to keep up with in terms of 3 Arrows Capital, with Celsius, with Voyager, all doing deals with Alameda Research to stay afloat. And pretty much that means they are indebted to Alameda Research, pretty much meaning that Sam owns all of them now for the most part. All right, so very interesting stuff here. And as time goes on here in this bear market, we're going to see if they can handle giving out all of this debt, and we'll see if they needed their own bailout of their own. Very interesting times, but yeah, I would say to avoid debt and just stack your sats, right? Because all of this house of fiat debt bubble, it will eventually crumble, right? The U.S. government is in like trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of debt. It can never be repaid. The system will eventually go down. What will be left standing? I mean, a pretty good odds that Bitcoin will be left standing when that does happen, all right? So just your friendly reminder this morning here at Crypto Empire Morning Domination to protect yourself against the impending collapse of the debt bubble that is already starting to burst right now. And now with that being said, let's go ahead and catch up with the live chat and see what the live audience is saying right now. John Gruber with us this morning saying, joining late today. What's good, Empire? Let's get this bread. I see Connor on top of his game like usual. John, it's good to see you in the live stream. And yeah, we stay on top of our game. You know how we do things. That's just how we roll. Rigoberto saying, damn, that big homie needs to hook me up to shoot, LOL. Rigoberto, you are a funny guy, my friend. But yes, absolutely, he needs to hook you up. All right. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Degen's game. So, we talked about this project yesterday on the live stream. It was about 70% minted. It did actually mint out, and now it is the claim. All right, so you can go ahead and claim your NFT now. But it did mint out last night. All right, so that's a good sign when a project goes ahead and mints out fully. Currently, 66% or 67% of the NFTs have been claimed from those who minted. All right, so congratulations if you did get yourself a Degen's game NFT. Good to see that it did mint out. Congratulations to the team for the mint out. And we will be following along to see how the project does grow and develop now that the mint has taken place. That is just the beginning. And join their Discord and get yourself a Degen's game NFT now when they go live on the secondary on the Magic Eden Marketplace. All right, guys, it's time to open up the floor now to our live audience, and it is time for us to go ahead and chart. It is time to look at opportunities. I will start things off and get the ball rolling with some altcoins. Let's take a look at Bitcoin getting rejected now from our resistance at 20,850. As you can see right here, a nice rejection from support. We're going to see if that ends up holding. Let's take a look at stonks as well. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow is pumping right now, all right? So usually we'll see some kind of confluence. When the Dow pumps, you want to see Bitcoin pump as well. Bitcoin right now getting rejected. So we'll see if Bitcoin does actually go ahead and follow suit with the Dow here. Big explosive move. All right, we're talking around a 400-point move. 400 or 500 points in the Dow in the past 2 hours. And Bitcoin is down. All right, so we'll see if this is just a short-term pullback. Remember, like we discussed in the beginning of the live stream, we're looking for Bitcoin to go ahead and push up, break resistance. Now, our big short level is going to be up here at $22,800. When price does get up here, that is where we will be looking to take our swing trade. Right now, we've really only been day trading in and out within the same day. Really sticking to the 1 hour chart for myself, looking for those 10% moves to go ahead and profit from. But I will start things off, and I want to look at Chili's because I haven't looked at Chili's in a very long time. Let's go to a weekly chart on Chili's. So a complete breakdown, obviously, but yeah, this thing can go much lower. Next levels are going to be 6 cents down to 4.5, and then after that, for Chili's, we can come all the way back down to 2 cents. I think if we get 2 cents Chili's, that's going to be 2.5 cents. That will be a generational buying opportunity there. Good coin, CHZ Chili's. But yeah, this thing can come down much lower than it is. Casper, I know we got a lot of Casper fans in here. Take a look at Casper right now. This is our weekly price chart. So I'm not going to pull up, or I'll pull up the RSI, but we'll see if this is some kind of divergence here. Some type of bullish divergence. Pull up our relative strength index. And yeah, let's see. Not really anything here on the weekly. But yeah, anyway, Casper right now, call it a descending channel. Right, you definitely want to see this thing go ahead and start breaking out again eventually. But you know, this thing can drop down. We know how altcoins like to bleed. This thing can go beneath a penny possibly. Who knows? Who knows with Casper? Still have mine staked. We'll see if that was a mistake or not in the future. Polkadot. Been watching Polkadot very closely recently. Right, it's one of those main altcoins that I do like to trade. Chainlink, Cardano, Polkadot, Solana. Really the majors is what I have been trading recently. And right now, DOT, in a similar type of situation to Solana, to AVAX, Cardano, etc., Chainlink, right? Everything is kind of trading in tandem with each other. One thing to note here is this does look like it could possibly... Nah, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say it looks like it could possibly be setting up for head and shoulders. But you see how it went ahead and broke this low? That completely invalidates the head and shoulders if it were to, you know, pump back up here, create the right shoulder, and then go dump down. But because it broke this low already, all the stops got hit for the longs, which usually causes your cascade downwards in price. So yeah, Polkadot not a head and shoulders here, but yeah, still struggling to hold support over here at around 750, pumped up to 782. Looks like it's headed right back down here to support in the short-term interim. A lot does depend, obviously, on what Bitcoin does do. And DOT, taking a look at the 4-hour. So big resistance, big supply up here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, apologies. We are back. Had somebody knocking on my studio door. I had to tell them we were busy with a live stream. Anyway, taking a look at Polkadot again. Like I was saying, we have big resistance up here at 860 up to 886. So that's where we're going to look for a big short on DOT. As you can see, we already got rejected there once. We could actually flip this and, you know, get up back to these levels up here around 10. So we'll be watching for that. But a big area of interest on DOT is going to be up here at 860 up to around 890. All right. So look out for that on Polkadot. Ethereum as well. Let's just run through these charts. Ethereum, nice V. Does look like it's now this could be classified as an inverse head and shoulders. Reason being is because we do have this descending trend line. Okay, and what that means is that a bunch of shorts have their stops above here, all the pivot highs. Okay, so what you look for, also your volume profile lines up perfectly where you have the highest volume in the left shoulder, head has medium volume, and then your right shoulder has the lowest volume. So everything on ETH right now is actually lining up for a push up higher. Just looking at this very quickly at a quick glance. So what you would look for is a break of the neckline. And how you take your measured move price target on ETH is you take your head up to your neckline and you measure that and you clone that and you go ahead and draw it to your breakout point, and you see that it could possibly take you as high as 1500. All right, so that's possible, but doubt it. Do doubt that. ETH, same thing as Bitcoin, where a big short level is going to be up here at 1250. Right, as you can see from this resistance, that is our big short level on ETH, similar to Bitcoin. This is where we're looking for a nice big shorting opportunity around 1250 up to 1285 on Ethereum. Okay, so we'll see if we can get a break of this trend line today and a push up to this level. This is where we want to go ahead and load up some heavy shorts. Good morning, Ala. It's good to see you here in the live stream. And Randy FPV saying, hey all, buenos dias. Good morning, Randy. How are you? Good to see you here in the stream. And Eltor asking about Woo Network. So Woo, if we look at the daily, had a nice recovery from 10 cents. And pretty much back to its origin breakdown point. Now, what really needs to be said about Woo, as with most altcoins, right? I just talked about Casper, going lower, Chili's going lower. Woo is no different. Very good, fundamentally sound project, but it's subject to the overall market conditions. So I do think Woo will be making lower lows, and your next lows are going to be around 6.8 cents down to 4.5 cents on Woo. Okay, so I'm not looking to trade Woo actively, right? This is something where you just kind of want to buy spot bags and wait for it to pump in the bull market. But yeah, 6.5 down to 4.5 cents are your next areas of interest on Woo, as you can see. And then the bottom is going to be down here, most likely around 2 cents to about 3.5 cents. VRA as well, another very solid micro cap. On the daily here, looks like it's getting ready for a move. Look at this coiling up price action. Right, when you see price action coil up like this, that's when you know a breakout is going to come soon. All right, and this does look like an ascending pennant, and this is a bullish pattern. But if we get Bitcoin getting down to 16K, 12K, guess where VRA is going? Down here to 0.0017 to 0.0032, right over here. When that next leg down for Bitcoin comes. So that's VRA, another one that I'm expecting to go lower, but this is a good gem, right, that you will probably give you many multiples when the market flips bullish again. VRA. And XMR as well. Bouncing from $100. Bought some down here and put it in my stack at 100. And right now we went ahead and back tested resistance over here at 121. Right, we made a high at around 125, 125.40. And as you can see on the daily, we are reacting from that resistance level. So if we can get a break of it, we can actually go as high as 154 is our next one, our next good one. We do have one down here at 136. So 136 to 154 are your next overhead resistance levels on Monero to look for scalp shorting opportunities. These are daily levels. Obviously, we can drop this down to lower time frames and dig in further. And yeah, we can see how those daily levels do shape up quite nicely. All right, so those are your daily overhead resistance levels for Monero at 136.5 to 154. Mango Juice asking for Kadena. Surely we can take a look at Kadena. And Rigoberto saying that VRA has so much attention and support from the market. Yes, it does. Community support is a big thing to look for your projects to invest in the bear market. You want the coins with a strong community. Now, Cadena has been violently falling off of a cliff. Down here at $1.67 currently. Lots of trend lines on Cadena. Possible double bottom here, but you can't count on it. If we do run up, we'll run up to this trend line, and that's going to be around $2.25 on Cadena as your next resistance level. Again, we're expecting lower prices on all assets. I don't have a crystal ball to tell you what's going to happen for sure, but probability-wise, I would say that everything does actually go lower. So there's no rush to buy VRA, to buy Cadena, buy Woo, buy Casper. There's no rush for any of it, but as a smart investor, you understand that you can't time the exact bottom. So a dollar cost average approach would be your play going forward, okay? But Cadena, your next overhead resistance level is going to be at 225 at this trend line, and then below we have serious demand at 95 cents to 70 cents. So that's KDA. Let's see, Sniff saying, did you guys hear Powell say to buy Terrarium? Awesome. How awesome was that? I did not hear Powell say to buy that altcoin, Sniff, but good for you. I'm happy that he gave you a shout out for your favorite low cap altcoin. And Samir Alami saying, hi bro, was waiting for this. Good to see you, Samir. We have been running for an hour, so we're actually just going to start wrapping things up. AHA. Not sure. Shaw's in the dumps right now. Shaw still using our trend line, as you can see at 0.00977. Another one that I think can do very well next bull run. But yeah, this thing is continuing to go lower. Let's take a look at our weekly chart. Okay, so on Qcoin, we're making lower lows. So let's use our trend line here. Another thing we can use is some fib levels, some extension levels. Interesting. They don't show up on my chart when I have them checked off. That's odd that my negative fib levels aren't popping up on the chart when they're all checked off here. I'll look into that after the stream. Anyway, yeah, Shaw, using our line here, great buying levels. Probably will go lower still. For something like this, we want to see some kind of bottom out and long accumulation. Right, that will signal a move up higher in the future. And hello saying, hey man, is the Arbitrum airdrop still coming, and what platform are you shorting on? So Arbitrum airdrop, if we take a look at the Arbitrum Twitter account, they didn't officially announce the snapshot yet. So what you should be doing is continuing to make transactions on the Arbitrum network. But I do think the Arbitrum airdrop is still coming, yes, and it's most likely going to be a nice size one as well, possibly up to $1,000 plus, depending on the price you sell it at. So yes, Arbitrum airdrop should still be coming. And what platform do I use to short? I am using Bitget to do my trades right now, all right? You don't need a VPN if you're in the US, which is a big reason of why I'm using it nowadays. And they have a plethora of altcoins, just like Bybit, just like Femex, but it's Bitget, all right? So use my link down in the description below. That is your second link, and that will get you discounts on trading fees. It will give you bonuses, deposit bonuses up to $4,100. A ton of bonuses if you make your Bitget account. So use my affiliate link down in the description below. Open up your Bitget account and start trading there. And no KYC either, which is great. And withdrawal is up to 20 Bitcoin. All right, so you can't beat that. So it's time to go ahead and start wrapping up the live stream, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning on Crypto Empire Morning Domination, episode number 10. I am your host, Connor from Crypto Empire, and this is where we dominate the crypto market. We will be back again tomorrow for Crypto Empire Morning Domination, episode number 11, of course. But look out for the levels that we outlined today in the charts. I'll be looking to enter into trades when I do see fit. And of course, I'll be letting everybody know in the Discord. So join the Discord group if you don't want to miss out on the action. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And of course, turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire, signing